All right, now we want to work in our Simple Machines book. So you want to get out your lap book and you want to turn to the page that has these pictures on it: a screw, a bolt, and the lid of a jar. Also, make sure that you have this paper, and it should be missing the lever and the pulley at the top, and screw is up next. That's what we're going to work on today. And this paper with two of the boxes missing as well. All right, so before we get started on putting our notes in the note section um, and finishing our page about screws, I'm going to apologize. Your video that you just watched was quite interesting. Um, I could not find a decent video about screws for children. Apparently, one needs to be made, and that is the best one I could find. So I know it was pretty childish and it was weird and they had accents, but thankfully it was short and it told you a little bit more about how screws work. Um, the rest are better. I mean, that squeaks one is still a little silly, but it's better than that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do in our lap book is, of course, cut out our labels. We're going to cut out the word screw, and we're going to glue it here with our glue stick. We're going to cut out our description, which is over here, the last box on the top row that says this machine is a tube with a thread that spirals around the outside. We're going to cut that one out, and we're going to glue it here. Okay. And then we have a label and notes, of course, to add before you need to do some coloring and make your screws page look terrific. So the first thing that I want to do is the labeling part. So on the line that is pointing to this part of the screw, we're going to write the word threads, because that's what you call that part around the outside. That thread of spirals that goes around the outside. I think I just got marker on me. Oh, nothing's new and different at home than it is at school, because I do that at school too. So we're going to write threads on that line. And then later on you'll color that screw, and you also have a bolt. Both of those would be like gray. If you don't have a gray crayon or colored pencil, you could do it light dark. And then you have a lid that has that threads on the inside and on the outside of the jar. So now we need to write down our notes in the notes column. And we write super small so we can fit them all on there. So the first thing we know about screws is that the threads in a screw on a screw, I'm sorry, are a type of inclined plane. We haven't actually talked about inclined planes yet. Those are coming up. Those are a type of ramp or wedge. And they're actually, they say that a screw is a tube with an inclined plane wrapped around the outside of it. So that's the first part of our notes. If that wasn't long enough, pause the video and come back and get it. And then we also put down always what they're used for. So it's used to fasten things together, or to raise and lower objects. All right. Used to fasten things together or raise and lower objects. Hold that there for you so you get a good view of it. I'm going to go back and show you the top. And then the bottom again. All right, and then I'm going to set it aside. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. and finish your writing and then color your page beautifully and send me a picture of it. All right, so on Friday, we will actually be doing a STEM activity, designing a chicken coop. So we won't do more of our Simple Machines book next week. And then we're going to do some plant talking. But more of that's going to be through Mystery Science. So see you tomorrow for STEM.